But if you're going to start with a suit, I would start with one, black, because black could go with anything. You're going to a wedding, you're going out with the boys, you're going out just for a night on the town. A black suit, jacket, pants goes anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would go to a blue. I'd say a blue suit is more for business. You're going for a meeting. You're going to meet someone out for a client lunch. A blue suit is more businessy. It's not that formal black. It's more neutral. It's more light. You're out for lunch. You're out for dinner. A blue suit is out meeting people, out doing different things for business perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
I wowould say have a light color, either a gray or a cream. I started with a gray, now I have a cream, now I have even like a light shade of, it's almost like purple. That's for special occasion. You're going to hit the dance floor, you wear the purple. So having that gray then is another way to go. I live in Florida, so having a nice gray to go to events and other things like that, just going out on the town for dinner, having a gray is super nice to have. So that's what I believe, having a dark, so a black, a blue, and then a light shade, so a gray or a cream or a beige, something like that, is what I would
Mm-hmm.
start with, because now you have something for every occasion.
Exactly. Yeah, and you look. I'm telling you, you look and you feel so different whenever you actually show up prepared, like a gentleman to these things. I mean, you throw on a suit jacket, even if it's just a suit jacket, like you said, with some nice dress pants, some nice slacks. Bang, you got on the loafers, you got your Rolex on her. If you don't got the Rolex, hey, throw on another nice little watch, right? Throw on the watch, and you're walking around with that blazer on. You got the watch popping out whenever you're talking. Boom, boom, boom. You're using your hands. You're interesting. You're funny. You got stories. Blah, 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 blah. Everything changes for you. The whole fucking persona is different. If you're showing up with a t-shirt and you got a little, gut on you and your fucking shit's hanging out your shirt and listen, you can't get away with that unless you're a tech billionaire and you would just want to show up looking normal. Okay, fine. But unless you're a billionaire that doesn't need money anymore and you've completely beat the game, you need every single advantage that you can possibly get. So, very important. You guys got to keep that at the forefront of your mind. Fashion, the way that you look, the way that you present yourself does matter. It matters because that first interaction that people have with you will be the way that they remember you. Okay? The first impression is the most important. So when they see you, what are they going to see you as? Are they going to look at you as a professional, somebody who's competent, somebody who's well dressed, somebody who smells good, speaks well, articulate, interesting, funny? Or are you showing up just like everybody else, blending into the crowd, not really providing anything of value, not looking fresh, not taking the situation seriously? Well, guess what? Your life's not going to go very well either because nobody's going to take you seriously. Nobody's going to try to do business with you. Nobody's going to try to hire you. Take every single advantage that you can possibly get. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, and from a buying perspective, where should some of these gentlemen buy suits at? I have a couple just off the top of my mind. Thinking about it, I would say there's probably like a low, medium, and a high tier, just thinking off of the top of my head. Even the low tier, though, you could get high quality suits here, where I'm going to say. So
Hmm.
the first one that I could think of, I'm trying to think of one that's like mass appeal, where people could go no matter where they're at, not just a little boutique in your hometown. Um, why is this frame skipping? But first one I could think of, and where I think I got my first suit, was Macy's. So any mall or department store where you go, Macy's has a very nice collection of suits, and you could get them for relatively cheap. I'd say $100 for the jacket, $100 for the pants, right? So you could get a basic starter nice suit. Like, they have nice stuff. They have Tommy Hilfiger. They have Calvin Klein suits. Like, they have nice stuff at Macy's for sure. So
Hmm.
starting off at Macy's, everybody has a Macy's near them probably. So go take a browse through the sections. Like, it's really not that expensive there. You could get more expensive stuff there, definitely. Second one I could think of, mass appeal. This is getting maybe a little bit more expensive. Is the Men's Warehouse. Men's Warehouse has some really
Yeah.
nice stuff. They have hundreds of suits that you could look through, jackets, pants. Even they have like vests and other stuff that is very nice looking. That's not suits. So I like Men's Warehouse from a professional's dress standpoint. And
Hmm.
then my personal favorite, but it's probably the most expensive from a minimum perspective. I just bought a suit from here a couple of months ago for a wedding coming up. I have Suit Supply. So Suit Supply is a little probably harder to find than Men's Warehouse and Macy's, but Suit Supply has some really nice stuff, but it's on a little bit more pricier end.
Fantastic options. Yeah. And I would say the same things. Whenever I was younger, and I would do things for homecoming, high school homecoming, prom, and then in college, yeah, I would get because I was a kid, I would only get stuff from either J.C. Penney or
Hmm.
Macy's, one of those department stores. So 100%. It doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. When you build yourself up enough and you got a nice enough business, you have a big enough portfolio, you got your crypto cracking, etc. You want to go buy a couple thousand, $10,000 suit, get it tailored, for sure. But until then, just you start there, get something clean, just something so you can be presentable. It really isn't the amount of money you spend really isn't that important when it comes to fashion.
Mm-mm.
It genuinely
No.
is not. You can only make a piece of fucking clothing look so many different ways. There's only so many tiers of luxury you can go. It's not really different. Okay. So you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to look fresh. If you go to the right places, you put together the right outfits, you'll look fantastic. You just got to have a sense of style. And if you don't have a sense of style, speak with us. I'll let you know if it looks good or not. I'll let you know if you should match something with this or that and draw inspiration from other people. It's okay to draw inspiration from other people. If you got somebody on Instagram, on YouTube, somebody that you watch and you like the way that they dress, you like their style, etc., pay attention to it. Write down what they wear. How do you think what do you think of that person when you see them and what they wear? Do you think good things? Do you think they look professional? Do they think they look classy? What's their style? You like that style? Good. Try to copy it to some degree. That's fine. And then make it your own in whatever way that you can. The other thing I'll mention again one more time too is also make sure that you're working on your physique. You could have the best quality suit in the entire world. If you still look like shit, you're not going to look good in that suit. So focus on your fitness, focus on your physique. If your body physically is put together, then that suit's going to be an enhancer. If your body's not put together physically, that suit is going to it's going to make it more obvious that you don't look good because the suit's not going to fit you right. So don't go out there thinking that you can spend a bunch of money on clothes and then just look terrible and think that people are going to love you all of a sudden. I mean, it's better than nothing, but the first thing I notice with people is are they fit or are they not fit? That's the first thing that everybody thinks. Oh, this guy's a big fat guy. This guy's fit. Oh, this guy's jacked. Okay. People notice that. So make sure that the way that you look inside of the suit is very tied to your body's your physique itself. So make sure you're working on that as well. Make sure that you're eating well, supplementing well, fit in the gym, working out, running. Doesn't have to be 6, 7 days a week like me, fucking Bobby and Logan, but 3, 4 days. Make sure you're slim. Make sure you look good in your clothes. You're fucking cooking, baby. You're
Yeah,
cooking.
and going with that, kind of like I was talking about before, and what Priamo said is like a starting off at a base level suit versus buying something $800 right off the rip. Is it's all about how it fits you. If the $800 suit is too big in the arms, too big in the chest, it's going past your shoes, past your ankles. It's not going to look good. But if you get a cheap suit and you work with the people there, the tailors there, they measure your chest, they measure your waist, they measure everything up, and it fits perfectly. You can make a $250 suit go way further than something that doesn't fit you right. And if your body's on point, like Primo was saying, if your body's ripped up, your physique is good, and the suit fits you good, you could take a cheaper suit way further.
Exactly. So outside that, gentlemen, we'll get more into that next week. We'll give you some actual examples. We'll share our screen. I want to show you guys a couple of different suits, a couple of different ideas, things that you guys can do, you can implement, and then we'll get everybody on fucking fire. Taylor's code is growing.